Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. And we're hearing some feedback. We'll wait till that all equals out. Hearing a little bit of feedback there. We should be good to go here shortly, though. Folks, thank you for tuning in. This is the Season 2 Draft Special, brought to you by SOCOMonline.com, the only active ladder site in 2017 for SOCOM 2. I am your host, Hexum, aka the man with the plan. Alongside with me, we have Dragon and Sacred to announce Season 2's teams, Season 2's captains, and some other exciting stuff going on. Once again, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you everyone for the follows before we came on. Thanks for the Twitch Prime subscription from Tommy Tangerine. We appreciate the support, and we're really looking forward to going, seeing big things in Season 2 from everybody involved. First and foremost, Dragon, Sacred, how you guys feeling?
What's up, boss? Feeling good.
What's going on? I'm feeling good right now. About ready to see where these teams lie, how the captains are going to feel about their...
Awesome. Yeah, I could feel the excitement coming from both of you, and I'm really looking forward to hearing some feedback going on. So before we begin, first and foremost, I want to announce two big things right off the bat. You're seeing it on your screen. The new logo for SOCOMonline.com, brought to you by one of our own players, Gravedigger. Absolutely amazing. We'll be rocking that in our streams. And our Season 2 logo has been changed as well, heading into the second season, so you'll be seeing that a lot more. Absolutely love the new logos, and they're fantastic. So I also want to give a quick shout out to everyone that made Season 1 happen. The finals are later on tonight after Game of Thrones, so you don't have to miss that. 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. We'll be getting the thing rolling. Team Trip Dog versus Team Shark. We'll be seeing some big things happening. We'll also be announcing our MVPs at the end of that game as well, too. Big shout out to Corrupt. Huge behind-the-scenes guy this year with a bunch of prizes that he's got that he's made for some of our winners. So with that being said, I want to roll into a couple things that we have changing, some of the things that are being the same, and then also the rosters here at the end. So let's get this ball rolling. So first and foremost, we'll take a look at what our Season 1 stats are looking like. Our stats are Team Trip Dog obviously going into the playoffs with the first seed, 7-2. Team Shark, also Team Dreams was what it was called, 6-3. And then all the way at the bottom of the list, we have Team Dragon, 2-6. Dragon Sacred, you guys were both on the same team heading into playoffs, but you weren't there. What didn't work out for you guys?
Technically, I want to correct you real quick, Rob. We were not heading to playoffs. That is probably the biggest correction I have for you. We did not make playoffs.
You were riding with the rest of the league into the playoffs, so when you saw the excitement that was there, you being on the bench, what were you guys thinking?
Well, there was it was a good start. Even our first, we had to get somebody that was not even involved in the league. Sonic, although he did well, against Team Lockdown, he was great for us. Got a first victory. Started the season off 2-0 even, but from there was some inconsistency from our part. Some people didn't even have their Discord set up, so it set up some little technical difficulties on our end as well. So the communication wasn't all there, and then on my end, I wasn't the best captain as well. So it all falls into many different aspects to a 2-6 record. So this is why we're here for Season 2.
I'd like to add some input in there, Hexam, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
We started off hot, and I think that was the beginning of the league. It really comes with hiccups and everything else that can go along with it. But after people saw that we went 2-0, Dreams went 2-0, people started to get these roles and they got their losses. Everyone, like Team Notre, taking the losses early, Team Lockdown. You take those losses, so what can you do to get better? They formulated teamwork. They got strategies on maps. What did we do over on Team Dragon? We used individual player skill as far as we just did our own thing.
Yep.
We didn't do, hey, you watch this, you watch that. We just played the game like we would a public room. That was our biggest downfall.
For those of you that are just getting tuned in and seeing what we got going on, Season 1 was a little bit of a trial by error. So we got to see what worked well, what didn't work well, some of our drafting, how that worked out. We had some people leave right off the bat too. Definitely impacted some teams that were out there, and Dragon's team was impacted a little bit by that. But we were able to fix a lot of things heading into today and why we're talking about today and why it's so important. So it's great to have you guys here. Hopefully you guys can make it around the whole season this time. But we'll get going with that a little bit. So some of the rules heading into season 2. I know you guys are a little bit of a delay seeing what's on your screen, but I'll just wing it the best that I can. So rules heading into season 2. All the rules from season 1 are carrying over. Mostly game battles rules. We're talking the basics. No M14s, no GLs, no IWs. Same things we always played for on game battles. A couple things that are going to be changing, though, heading into Season 2 that are more laid out. There's no deferring in Map 1, so if you have map pick on that first map, that's what it is. And for those of you that don't know, map sides and who picks is all determined before the matchup starts. And all the maps are decided as well, too. So every single season, every single week, every team is playing the exact same schedule as far as maps go. So there's a lot of consistency throughout. Tiebreaker map is decided by rounds 1, obviously. Tiebreaker is decided if the rounds are all the same by who the higher rank is on the actual ladder. If both teams are 0-0, whoever's got the highest MVP kill count on a map gets to choose that last maps or that last map 3 or map 5, whatever we determine it's going to be. Besides that, this is the first season where the patch is required. So if you do not have Harry's patch, you will not be in the league. We want everyone to have the best viewing experience. Some of that is with the names over people's heads as spectator, no wall sliding, and things like that. So what do you guys think about that?
You're telling me there's still people out there without the patch, Axum?
It is shocking. It is shocking.
Wow.
I think people are just concerned because they keep hearing about this last batch and they get worried. They're like, oh, that's it. The memory cards are out.
And we obviously know who we can go to for it for the quickest, but there's eBay,
Right.
There's your best friends, there's people that you could email it to for free and it gets lost in the mail. There's anybody.
People need to know is that we needed to outsource the
options.
memory card business out to Japan so we get a better rates and more cards for the viewers.
Absolutely. So rosters, we're going from 30 people in season 1 to just under 55 people total for season 2.
Wow.
We are growing. We're staying at the exact same team count for right now, and this is another trial by error season, but we're staying at just under 55 people, 6 teams. It's going to be massive.
And the viewers might want to know, why are you sticking with the same amount of teams with that many people?
If we dilute it anymore, we just don't want to run into people's schedules being an issue. You've got a job, I've got a job, people have got kids, people got things.
Was that a problem in season 1?
It was. Getting people all on, we had to use subs. Sometimes just things didn't work out. So each team is going from 5 total to 7 total. Actually, it might be 8. I'm really bad with math. To eliminate any of that issue. And if we can keep growing, the people out there that aren't part of this, please hit us up. We put you in a list. We go to that list first. Join up on the clan site on the SOCOM online area. Show that you're active. We're going to get you involved in this. Hopefully that answers your question. Every single one of the players for the rosters is put into a randomizer list and drafted to a captain. So how does a captain get picked? I'm assuming you guys just asked me that or you're thinking that out there. A captain is picked by their performance in the previous season. So the 6 best players were all picked to be captains. The randomized teams get picked to go with them going forward, just so we can stay as competitive possible. We don't want the best players to always be on the same team. This is about being competitive. It's about going to the map 3, round 11 to see who that winner is, because that's what I want to see, our players want to see, and the viewers want to see as well too. Ultimately, the team captain gets to decide on what the starting lineup will be. So if there's one extra person there, it's only going to be a 4v4 or whatever. That team captain's going to decide what that's going to look like. Wars are going to stay between 4v4, 5v5 to eliminate potential lag issues. Sometimes if we want to do a 6v6, it's possible, but anything more than that, we're not going to do.
Okay.
The maps are going to be the exact same going into Season 2. We're taking out things like Sandstorm Day and things like that. But here are our maps and what we're looking for. Because it is a patch room, we're going to do Abandoned Day. We're going to do Rat's Nest Day. We're going to do Shadow Falls Day. And you're going to see some of the other ones there. What do you think about that?
Well, if we can get enough people on Twitter to put hashtag #NoAnawapi and we get that shit trending, we might be able to push that into Season 3.
NOP is what I'm looking forward to. Put me in NOP all the time. The one thing that you're not going to see, though, is maps like Guidance, Mixer, Fox Hunt. Well, some of those maps are too big, but we want to make sure that the objectives are the reason why people win.
Exactly.
We want to make sure the gunfire is the reason why people win versus shooting down a VIP that's sitting there. So
I mentioned the Inawapi thing just because I heard some rumbles about it, but it's like it goes down to this: when you go to 4v4s, 5v5s, 6v6s, it doesn't matter as much, especially at 4v4s. 4v4, any map in the game is suitable. You can it's playable. It's not like an 8v8.
Absolutely.
So I agree with all these maps on the board.
Boom. On top of that, you might not have seen previously because I said all of the Season 1 rules apply. We're going with Notorious rules. If anyone knows what Notorious rules is, that means there's no mines. So when there's no mines on specific maps, that changes the layout of everything. Sujo is not going to be a terrorist map. NOOP, you don't have to worry about running over mines. Chain Reaction, you don't have to worry about running over mines. Your gun has to be the reason why people get killed. That's why we're here. So the teams and the captains, who are they? Let's find out. Team number 1 is Trip Dog's team, a.k.a. the Dog Pound. Trip Dog, right now, is currently second in overall MVP voting, heading into tonight's matchup with his team going up against Team Shark. Definitely deserved to have his own team. He's rolling with the Dog Pound. Thoughts on that, guys?
He does. I'm gonna go in here first. Sorry, Dragon. Trip Dog. Let's just say I came back to this game. I hear everybody talking about Trip Dog, right? And I like to think that I'm pretty known from back in the day, and I'm a decent player. But Trip Dog, when it came to playing in these matches, he had the leadership. First of all, that I didn't think he had. He had the grenade spots. He had the map coverage, and just the rally for his team that I wasn't expecting. He is overall the most definitive of person that ever changed my mind about someone's skill level was because of this league.
Yep. And I think we talked about it before as far as him goes. He was a leader of a clan on X-Link. He was on a clan that, would be competitive but wouldn't always win wars as well too. And we said a league like this is going to change Trip Dog tremendously. I'm not saying it's just a league because he had the skill that's there, but he added his own element. He learned from playing with tremendous people, and he's absolutely fantastic. The way he rushes, the way he could sit back, the way he calls out has been fantastic. So Trip Dog definitely deserved to be a team leader. Second team. Oh, go ahead.
What is Dragon's thoughts on that?
I said it earlier in Season 1. I've played with Trip before in 3v3s, 4v4s, even in doubles before. The kid puts in absolute work. The game is so different when you're playing with less frame rate issues and lag issues than when you see Trip played earlier, like in probably like May, April time when we seen Trip play a lot. And those were always 6 to 8v8s where, if you're just spraying, you're trying to time your bullets going into the person. But when you see Trip play these small number games and maps, I told people, I was like, Trip is going to be one of the most underrated and if not, probably one of the top players in this league. And that's what he did right off the bat when he was playing Dream's team and Top Keck and all of them. It was amazing. The kid put in work, and that's why he's definitely deserving of captain right now.
And on top of that, a majority of the players that are in this league and a majority of the players that are on X-Link because of Trip Dog. Hands down.
Agreed.
He's absolutely number one for the community.
Absolutely.
Who takes the time to make those videos? Who takes those videos? Like, he takes the extra effort, and it's where, we as old school players know the names.
Yep.
And instantly, Trip Dog, I feel now, is more associated in those names than ever before.
Yep.
He's not even really associated or works for X-Link, and he puts in more work than they do.
Exactly.
So moving up, second team, leading up team, you butts believe it, is Tyler, a.k.a. You Butsu. The best name, by the way, in the league. You Butsu believe it.
You Butts. So Penis Believe It is the actual pronunciation of that team name.
There we go,
because
kids.
Butsu does mean penis.
Quick thoughts. What do you guys think about You Butsu going into Season 2?
Dragon, you can take that first.
He was going to be a solid member on my team. Unfortunately, some things had happened along the way in Season 1. So Team Dragon ended up 2-6. But, he's a solid player. I love the kid, and that obviously he needs to be one of these. He's either going to be tier 1 or a captain in this league.
Yep.
It had to be. It had to be one or the other. When Yubatsu came back into season 1 and he got drafted on our team originally, it's a name that people didn't know of quite because he played at like the beginning of X-Link or a little bit in X-Link, but he took a big break. And once he got set back up, some people didn't know his name. And it's like, you need to know Tyler is a player that can come in and change everything for you because he might have a bad game here and there, but when he goes off, and that is why he has to be a captain in this time around.
And what's nice about, obviously they're both on the same team, Trip Dog and Tyler, but what Tyler does well is he's got the gun game, but if you're having a shit game, he's going to say something that's just going to make you laugh, that you're just going to move on and have a great round coming up. So absolutely fantastic. Yep. Unless he's drinking Coronas against lockdown. As long as he doesn't do that,
that is a true statement.
He's a top player.
That's a true statement.
When he's drinking, not necessarily there. So moving on.
Greatest sound bit from season 1 as well. Shout out Yubutsu.
Hashtag Yubutsu.
Next up, leading up the Great White Hype, Lieutenant Shark.
Damn.
What do you guys think?
I'll take it. I'll field this one. Shark's my boy. He's been my boy for a long time. With Dreams gone out of this season, update for anyone that hadn't known yet, Shark is probably the best player in the league for the reason that he rarely has a bad game. And I say Yubutsu's good, really good at certain points, but Shark is absolutely lights out. Not one person in this league will beat Shark in a gunfight when he is 100%. He's damn near autistic with the sticks when he's right on. So I got big. If they get a good draft order, I might say Shark goes to the finals.
Yeah,
Shark is just a goddamn gamer. I make fun of the kid because he's such a fucking nerd with how he's so good at everything.
Yeah.
Can hop on Call of Duty, SOCOM, probably hop on like Battlefield 1902 and just dominate. Kid's so good with accuracy. And yeah, I mean, if he's not knee deep in grain alcohol, the kid's going to be there for your team. Double digits, most likely every map. Doesn't even matter if it's fours.
And what the guy wants to do is he just wants to fucking match. He just wants the war.
He really does.
He's got a name on legitimately every clan out there, and you might even know it's him. He just wants the war. He doesn't care
He's
who
so
it is.
sincere.
And
it's
on
so
top
fun.
of that, the guy wants to play competitive, but he also wants to make sure that we're giving a great product to everyone that's watching as well too. So
True.
Shark definitely deserves to be a leader, and he's leading up the Great White Hype. All right, next up, we have Team Notoriously Mindful. I hope everyone gets the pun there. Led by Notorious. Thoughts?
The mailman. Well, we won't say what he did in season 1 about getting a couple of things banned, but we will talk about how he is great with an SD. Notorious is one of the best with that M4. So I'm actually interested to see who he gets paired up with because we know Noto can be a little picky. So, it may rely on the second round who he gets paired up with as top tier little partners. So
I think so too. Yes, as in season 1, if you heard me commentate on any games Notor was in, Notor is one of the nastiest SD players we have in this league. On top of that, when he had Chicken, who was the original captain of his team, it was a no-brainer to make him the captain. Yeah. He is certainly the next one right there. He is a top-tier player, no doubt in my mind.
Boom. Moving on. We have Gravely Sick With It, run by Gravedigger.
I didn't know about these names until today. This is interesting.
What do you think?
Yeah, dude's a beast. I commented, I remember we were watching One War in Sin, I believe, and I just said, before the map predictions, if Grave gets his M16 going, it's done. Just did just that. Guy, captain, automatic.
Some of the best plays came from Gravedigger,
Agreed.
From Shark, from Yubutsu, winning 1v3s like they were absolutely nothing. Grave won some clutch ones in some big wars. He was on my team, obviously, so I got to see it firsthand. But his gun game was absolutely fantastic, which that alone warrants him being where he's at right now. And I'm just excited to see what he's going to see going into season 2.
I can give some cosigns to a lot of players, but I'll say of all the players I've ever gave a cosign to, I've never gotten Facebook messages and text messages saying that anybody cheated, aside from Gravedigger, who in streams, with having the patch, still I get text messages or Facebook messages saying that this guy is cheating. If anyone can't see it, they're fucking blind.
Right.
And that's not the issue. I mean, with the patch, you literally can't cheat. And that's something that Gravedigger brings to the table. Gravedigger used to be such a great player, and he's came into his own in this game. He does it. Everybody else tries really hard. I feel like Gravedigger, with the way he sounds when he plays, he doesn't even try. He just plays the game, and he does it with ease.
Yep, and he's the kind of guy that even when he's having a bad game, you can't tell because he sounds the exact same. He reacts the same exact way.
Doesn't get mad.
Yep, which is the perfect teammate that you're going to need because you want someone that's going to help motivate and keep you going to the next round no matter what the previous round
Perfect
happens.
leader. Perfect fucking leader.
Yep. All right, last up, we have Pwn to be Wild, led by Poner. Thoughts?
Well, you didn't put that up on the screen yet. There we go. Poner, that's one of my close friends right there. That's my boy. We share the same birthday. We just had a birthday on July 18th. I like the name a lot. Poner is also another person that's sick with the SD. He can be active when you need him to be. He's also in the health field, which I got to respect because I'm in the same place. So is my fiance. So I love this team, and I love to play them because I know they're going to be respectful and competitive.
Yep.
Yeah, Poner's one of those ones that one of the players I've known from way back, like in the 04 to the 06, era when we played all heavily as high school kids. Always solid, always around in the clans when I was hopping around, 16-year-old whore. But yeah, he still got it, still knows the map, still got the strats down. So easily a top pick for a captain, and it's going to be interesting to see who he gets paired with too. So
also want to state real quick, he used to be my doubles partner, so that puts a lot of cred on him. Say cred on him.
Ooh.
So what he did though is carry a lot, is what you're trying to say.
That's what I'm trying to say, is that he held the team up a lot. All right. Okay, cool.
Well, before we go into the actual teams, I just want to say this is why we are doing this. It's not only the competitive side of it, but it's playing with people that you just normally don't play with. Maybe you would have played them in a war, a random pickup match, or whatever else the case may be. But I got the privilege of knowing Poner, knowing someone like Yubutsu and Trip Dog, and someone like Excision who you're going to see a little bit later on a team. Been absolutely fun to play with. Made this fun to watch. And I'm excited to see what each one of these captains can do, not only on the skill set level, but helping us get to that end goal we want to do is put competitive SOCOM back out there for the viewers to watch. So moving on, we have round number 1 of the draft. We're going to see who's on who. We'll have a recap of the actual full list of who's on each team. So just know that Dog Pound is Trip Dog. Yubutsu is Yubutsu Believe It is Yubutsu. Great White Hype is Shark. Notoriously Mindful is Notorious. Gravely Sickwit is Gravedigger, and Poner Wild is Poner. With that being said, let's bust right into it. Are you guys excited?
I was born excited.
Oh, man.
And I've been waiting for this moment. Me and Dragon, we just had dinner last week, and we were just talking about this.
Yep.
Over some
Chardonnay.
Chardonnay.
We've been ready for season 2.
So what we're going to do is, since we're into suspense, we're going to have a 10-minute break. I'm kidding. We're moving straight on with this. Round number 1.
I need more Chardonnay. Hold on a second.
Going to the Dog Pound is Creammeister, who's rejoining the league after being part of it.
Good.
What we're going to do is we're going to go through each pick here, and then afterwards we'll do a recap of where everyone's at, all right?
Okay.
Going to Yubutsu Believe It is Larry, a.k.a. Coughmaster 3000, a.k.a. Lurie.
Coughmaster Flex.
The lure.
Going to Great White Hype, we have Eddie, a.k.a. Sin.
Oh, dear Lord.
That's a big pickup.
Notoriously Mindful is the master of the first-person view, Mo Fear.
Oh, dear Lord.
Bravely Sick with It, teaming up with Gravedigger, joining the league after not being here in Season 1, Merv.
All right.
Okay.
And then rounding out the first draft round, Pwn to be Wild, is the guy on the mic right now, Dragon. So, Dragon, since you're on the mic with me right now.
Oh, damn.
Dragon, what are your thoughts teaming up with Poner? Obviously, you weren't partners with him first season, but what are your thoughts going into 2?
Hey, you know what? I'm a humble kind of guy. I'm a little shocked that I'm going in the round 1. I figured but me and Poner, hey, like I said, we're gonna be linking back up. I got back in high school days. But this is interesting. I like, I feel a little bit of Notorious and Mo. That's probably like the SD bros right there. Someone photoshopped their asses in the Mario and Luigi costume with fucking.
Where the memes at?
And then we got. Whew. Okay,
So-
Shark and Sin, if they're both on, good Lord. Okay, I think I'm starting to see some favorites, but I won't get ahead of myself.
Lockdown with we're all shocked, Dragon.
What do you
I have
think?
to say, do you
Sacred,
want
obviously, this is
comments
the
off
first
of
time
every
you've seen
round,
this.
Hexam?
Yeah, we just real quick, excuse me. Sacred, what are your first thoughts? Like, what
My
duo
first thought is
sticks out?
to get the first overall pick and have it be Karim. I don't know him personally. I've never seen him play. I know he's a part of season 1 for a second, but I never saw a war he was in. So I'm unsure of the player in general when I know so many great players. Mo Fear on Notorious's team, though, I have to say that's one of the biggest pickups this round for sure. There has to be. It has to be. There's no Notorious and Mo Fear. I just instantly think lights out. Or behind that, I think it's Mervyn Grave, and then behind that, with the inconsistency of Lurie, I'd say Dragon and Poner.
Yeah, and just right off the bat, the team that I'm looking at right off, like as an early favorite, me personally, is a team like Shark and Sin. Smart players both ways. Both of them can just be overall owners. That should put fear in people's eyes right off the bat. So
a reason why I didn't say that team, as great as a player Sin is, he can get upset easily.
Okay.
Yeah,
that can sometimes bring down
those two
the
are just like no bullshit. So
no, yeah, they're great gunners. Like I said, Shark, one of the most like autistic with the sticks. If he's on, he's on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a great team.
Before we move on to the next round, I want to give them to Tango Fox 82 and KMOS 9 for the follows. We really appreciate the love and support
yes,
on the SOCOM eSEALS page. Moving on, we've got the second round here. Going to Team Dog Pound, we have Top Keck, a.k.a. Biggs.
Oh, okay.
You butts will believe it. We've got Hunter. Great White Hype, we've got Adam. Notoriously Mindful, we've got Laziness. Gravely Sick with It, we have Excision, a.k.a. Junk, a.k.a. the Brown Beer Canadian Bastard. And Pwn to Be Wild, Eminem joining the league after joining up midway through Season 1. Quick thoughts.
Nice. I like
Eminem's one of the biggest pickups, this round. Big Z, of course, a great player. Hasn't been too active lately because of his internet situations, unfortunately. I like it. Laziness is a great addition to
Biggs is on, he could be captain. He could be a captain for Season 3.
Agreed.
And Hunter, another one of the players that, obviously was part of Trial. He's part of 2EZ for a little bit. Part of a lot of clans with Brady, like Ion right now. But Hunter's learning a lot of things playing with some people he never played with before. Fun fact to everyone that's watching out there, he had no idea he could shoot through the boxes on Death Trap. So he's learning so much while playing these. But for some pretty scary teams overall, it's good seeing a good mix of both owners and just smart players. So it's pretty cool to see what's going to happen. Any last thoughts on round 2?
I hear good things about Adam. So, when it adds to the whole... I'm saying, like, I know Tripp mentioned that I didn't mention Shark's team right off. If that team is on, like, say, Sin's in a good mood, say Shark's being autistic with the sticks, even with Adam in the matchup, which Adam I only speak of certain, like, flip-floppy because I haven't seen him that active lately. But those two are on, it's going to be like the Dreams and Shark connection. It's going to be where there's very few teams that can compete at that high of a level.
Yep.
But I'm happy to see Eminem go Pwn to Be Wild. I think that's another great addition to that team to round them out.
Yep. And
he's very active
too.
He's on the mics.
Slowly a strong team too. Poner, Dragon, and Eminem.
Yeah, absolutely.
That could be
all players that can go lights out.
Yep. Round 3, going to Trip Dog's team. We have Remedy, partnered with him. We'll actually recap there at the end. I apologize. Going to You Butts Who Believe It, Brady. To the Great White Hype, we have Rage. Notorious Mindful, we have Sacred.
Let's go, Noter.
Gravely Sick with It, we have Clips. And Pwn to Be Wild is Lockdown. Thoughts?
Oh, I love my baby Lockdown. I'm happy with that. I like that a lot. But Sacred, there you go. You're getting paired up with a good team there. I have to say,
the first team I talked about was Team Noter with Mofir. And to be a part of that team, I feel humbled.
Grave so far has a really solid team up and down so far. Like, those four are are great. And then Rage was great on my team last season.
Rage,
he only had maybe one bad game that I can honestly recall out of like the 3 to 4 wars that he played for us.
Besides that, he was MVP.
He's a great dude, very solid. He can talk a little more. That was his one thing. Like when he gets in the gunfights, he can be a little too focused where he doesn't realize that he's not calling it out. But other than that, he's usually very solid. Holds his own. So that's awesome for Shark and Sin. They're not going to be disappointed with him at all.
I'd like to point out that Pwn to Be Wild picked up Lockdown, who was number 41 in the overall rankings, and I figured that was important to say.
And Brady is still a solid player. We all make fun of him for his 0-9, but he's going to be happy with Hunter too. So him and Tyler, those three are going to be great on the fucking comms.
And before I give my my feedback here, Yarpin, thanks for the follow. We appreciate it on SOCOM eSEALS Twitch page. Excuse me. I want to give it up to two players first. Remedy joining up on Trip Dog's team. Obviously, he's part of the championship team right now. He's came up to play. He's one of our only non-patch players, but is getting the patch thanks to Trip Dog going into season 2. So he's ready to go. But when you think of SOCOM 2 currently right now in 2017, and you think of duos, right? There's a Dreams and a Joe. There's Dreams, Joe, and Sin. There's Chicken and Sin. Things like that. The one that's often missed is Brady and Hunter, or Brady and Clips, right? But mostly Brady and Hunter. They rolled together in season 1. They're together again in season 2. Rolling with Tyler. I think they're going to learn a lot from Tyler, and that's going to be a strong team. What are you guys' thoughts?
I kind of want this to be like the real world. Could this make or break Brady and Hunter's relation? Stay tuned and find out.
Seems like it.
All right.
But those two are great together. So yeah, Tyler will have an easy time with those.
I think
guys.
if anything else, if nothing ever panned out for that team, the comms are going to be fun.
Yes. Round number 4.
This is getting exciting.
To Team Trip Dog, we have a brand new member of the
Dog
season.
Pound.
To the Dog Pound, we have Tommy.
Oh!
You butts will believe it. We have Mastermind.
All right.
Great White Hype. Stir Fry.
Fair.
Notoriously Mindful. Viagra.
I'll take Viagra.
Gravely Sick with It. We have Point Blank. And rounding out round 4, joining Point to Be Wild, probably the greatest individual SOCOM player, the 2003, 2004 online video game battles, and eSEALS champion, not Dr. Disrespect. He's got nothing on this guy. He is the creator and the ruiner of SOCOM. I don't know who it is. I lost train of thought. He's so amazing.
Rob Soto, I think.
I think it's Rob Soto, a.k.a. Hexum, rounding it up. So,
a.k.a. the MacBoot guy.
Scrooge McDuck out here.
A.k.a. Scrooge McDuck. A.k.a.
MacBoot man.
A.k.a. in every single mock draft, he ended up on Lockdown's team. A.k.a. he didn't want to be on Lockdown's team, and he still got picked for Lockdown's team, God damn it. But anyways, what are your thoughts?
Point Blank. Biggest pickup. My God, like the fact that he doesn't play more often, if he did, there's not a chance he'd be this late. He would have moved up a tier. Even when he plays and he only uses a sniper, he almost always hits double digits. This guy can be nuts at times, like without playing the game.
Yep. What else we got?
Yeah. If he didn't play so much PUBG and the guy actually played SOCOM still, but even
Great
when he
game,
hops on, he's still on point with the
Shout
sniper
out
rifle.
PUBG.
Yep.
Yeah. The other guys I still have to see. The jury's out right now. In my opinion, I've seen too much of Tommy. I've seen a little bit of Mastermind. He put up some, just average decent numbers. I haven't seen just anything stand out yet from him, but I haven't been on in the past week from vacation. But Viagra coming back is interesting. Yep. He's an old vet that I used to play with way back in the day as well. So, and then we got Hexum. My initial thought with that. Goddamn Hexum, we might go 0-8. Our comms are going to be off the roof. This is going to be bad.
Everyone
I don't know why you did this. Why did you even do this?
Yeah. I'm
Stir Fry's
sorry.
active. I like that for Great White Hype.
Yes.
He's really active.
Stir, yeah, solid dude, and he's always on it. That's awesome for them. Because Shark, he's always demanding people to get on and play.
Yeah.
Be active,
Like, hey, we gonna war? Yeah, we gonna war?
Exactly.
Yep.
Shark's ready 24/7.
Round number 5. To the Dog Pound, we have another new member of the eSEALS League, Dorado. You Butts to Believe It is getting Infamous, another new member. Great White Hype is picking up, I said it already, another new member. Evil. Brand new eSEALs all over the place. Notorious Mindful picks up Serenity, who was part of Team Hexam in Season 1. Gravely Sick With It picks up another new member, Gotti. And Pwn to Be Wild, another new member of the eSEALs League, picks up Detox. Thoughts?
I want to break this open. The reason why is because I feel like I was the first person to co-sign Evil. This kid, I can't really say enough about him because I have to say that anytime I died and he was on my, watched him play, for the reason of that, anytime I played him with the patch on, he killed me so incredibly quick. This kid has, with the SD, is just as good as Poner, just as good as almost any player we have in here. He's been really he's been the dreams of this generation. And I say that because back in the day, Dreams came up after Code 9 was out. And when that happened, there was a lot of people that didn't believe in Dreams. They thought this guy cheats, blah, blah, blah. And he was just a player that wasn't a part of that generation, but was really good and skilled. So my shout's got to be to Evil. Evil is, in my opinion, far surpassed anybody that got picked in this round.
Okay. So you're already saying that Shark might have one of the early favorites?
Yeah, if you have Evil, Shark, Sin on the same team, it's going to be hard for anyone to beat that.
Yep.
Yeah, I still like Serenity a lot, too. I've seen him play a few, and I think that's a great it's more support to that team with Noto and Mo.
Yeah,
Gaddy's solid, too. He can be just as good with that SD when he's on. So, wow, another solid ad for Graves team. And I like Detox a lot. If he was more active, that would be damn solid for us. I just wish he was on more because him and Eminem, if they're both on together, usually those two bros are just unstoppable sometimes. So.
Yeah, and what I was going to say about Serenity is he was part of my team. He only played in 2 wars, but he was fantastic. You know, he knew exactly what to do. He got the kills that he needed. So it's going to be exciting to see what he says.
Question from the viewers, Hexam.
Yeah.
As far as Season 2 goes, per map on each game that's played in the competition, are we keeping track of kills and deaths per player so at the end of the season we can report that out?
We are not doing that. And do you guys know why? Because I'll give my opinion on why.
People can have bad maps and stuff, so I suppose that could be a reason.
Bad maps. The point of the competitive eSEALs League is not to be the competitive public room, get the most kills league. So you could have a guy that's going 4-7, but he's holding down. He got you some draws. He protected the hostages, and that's more of an MVP than someone that got 11 kills and 6 deaths or whatever.
That's a very good point. Yeah, more people are going to be playing for that leadership on the board than they are for the team.
Yep, and while I did say earlier that one of the tiebreakers is MVP kills, that's only the first week. After that, we're going off of what's on the ladder and being active. It's all about getting the W for your team. That's going to be the most important piece because that's what it's all about.
Right.
Coming together, playing smart, and getting the W, not getting the 20 kills. If you want to do that, go in a respawn room somewhere. So
there you go.
Boom.
You heard it here first.
Moving on. Round 6. Going to Trip Dog's team. We have Zoom, Boom, Doom, Zoom, Zoom.
A lot of names.
Yubutsu picking up a brand new player of Season 2, Radical. Great White Hype picks up the underrated Sonic, and I could be positive about that. Notoriously Mindful picks up Young One. Gravely Sick With It is picking up another new player of the SOCOM 2 season, Ali. And then Pwn to Be Wild picks up a brand new player, just overall, going into Season 2, Camel. Thoughts?
Wow.
My first initial thought is with seeing Sonic on a team. They're on the comms together. Hopefully he's more in a serious state when he's in the wars, if he is on. Radical, I've yet to see him, and I know Young One can be decent, but I just recall, in Season 1 he had his struggles, so and didn't see him really on much more afterwards. Ali and Grave, that could be interesting. We'll see how he is for the season. I know he wasn't in, but he was very active, playing pickup wars on X-Link, so he's always around. And Camel, that should be good. Old-time vet around, same time I was playing with Poner and all them too, so maybe we'll have that good connection coming back to us.
Cool.
The only people I can comment on the round are Sonic and Camel. I've seen them both play a lot.
Yeah.
Sonic, great for the mics. I assume that at some point in the league, some play Sin's not going to agree with, and he might flip out about Sonic. So I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see where that goes. But Camel is got sticks for days. He can get the game back in no time. He's going to be a great addition to Team Boner.
What I like about Sonic and Zoom is both of those are the type of players that can get kills, like surprisingly get kills, but they'll just listen. Like if you tell them what to do, they're going to go right, they're going to go left, they're going to go up the middle, they're going to camp, whatever the case may be. So you need players like that on your team. I've seen Sonic just rush like unexpectedly and get a lot of kills, which has been fantastic. And then as far as a lot of conversation in the chat about Ali, welcome to the season. Obviously, welcome to eSEALS. Obviously, there's no mines, there's no rockets, so his team kill numbers aren't going to be as high as what you think they are. Maybe we should keep track of that instead of kills.
Right.
But we'll see. I mean, Ali has the potential to be a difference maker, especially this late in the draft. I mean, if he's committed and gets to go where he needs to go, I don't know. Just to be said, because this came as part of the chat, Sin is watching, Sin is listening, and he's really looking forward to those matchups versus Sacred and his team. We're going to see. I'm really looking forward to this matchup because if anyone you should not poke the bear, it's probably going to be Eddie. It's probably AKA Sin. Good luck with that, Sacred. Thoughts?
I'm not worried at all.
Okay. Sacred's going to be camping at his spawn, hoping everybody else kills Eddie so he can move up. We'll see.
He can comment about me. He can comment about me.
This is going to be.
He does the same thing.
This is going to be the storyline going into season 2, and I'm looking forward to it. All right, round number 7.
I'm fine with it too.
Round 7. Going to the dog pound. New
Things are
member
getting
of the
heated
eSEALs.
up.
They are. I love it.
We haven't even finished this draft, and woo!
Let's go.
You butts will believe it. Brand new player, technique. Great White hype, Orlando. Notorious Mindful, picks up a sub from Season 1, Blazed. Gravely Sick with it, picks up Fade. Poem to be Wild, gets a little bit Asian. Thoughts? I think, like me personally, in this round right here, yeah, Orlando has been part of the league in the past, so we know what good he can bring to the team, to any team. But I think this is the wild card round, right? Of people that are just joining, haven't been part of it, don't know what it's all about yet, but that could possibly wow people. That could be round 7 right now, but moving up to round 4, round 2, or whatever later on. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen here. But yeah.
Yeah. This is the round, like you said. I feel like you said, wild card's probably the best adjective for it.
Yeah.
These are the players that could either surprise you or they could just do what they're supposed to do where they're selected at, I guess you could say. I know Asians played in the past too. I know he was just getting back into it, so it's not easy. When you're getting back into this game,
yeah.
it's not as easy as you think it was when you were playing at 16. You got to get used to it, and it takes probably a good week just to get your damn joysticks back in the groove. So, not trying to badmouth anybody. This is a small community. We're all just trying to play and have a good time, be competitive. Right. But at the same time, you got to be realistic of where you are skill-wise. If you don't play all the time, you're not going to be at the top of the tier like these players are. So, if you start being more active and you get good with the comms, you're going to shoot up these rounds, and you're possibly going to become a captain in this league. That's just how it works.
My biggest thing on this round, I think Orlando's super active. I mean, he can be hit or miss sometimes. He's a decent player, though. Technique's the same way. Fade can go on or off. Asian is, to be honest, Asian's mostly on. He's not like top tier, but he has his good games often.
Yeah, and
to clear up a side note for the storyline situation with me and Sin. I have the utmost respect for Sin. I have no problem with Sin. Sin has some of the best sticks in the game.
Don't back away. You're gonna die. Like,
You're gonna-
seriously.
I'm not worried about
You're
it.
gonna get murdered.
I'll face
You're
Sin
done,
every
Sigrid.
day if I had to. It doesn't matter to me. I like Eddie as a person. But when he gets competitive, he can get upset easy. And that's all I'm saying is that when it comes to someone on his team that's not playing very well, he could get upset if they're on the comms together. But just keeping that team morale is what's important in some of these games, and that's how I personally feel.
I'm absolutely, me personally, I'm absolutely excited that Eddie's part of this season.
Me too.
To begin with,
I wish he would have been a part last
I
season.
wanted him to be part of the last season. There was some communication issues that popped up there.
I mean, he had his wedding
He
too.
had, and congratulations on his wedding. He
Absolutely.
legitimately could be an absolute beast running alongside with Shark, and that alone
They got a
scares
crazy
me.
lineup.
And like I said, I mean, as far as Shark goes overall, Shark is currently leading in our MVP voting. The things that he brings to any team are scary. So, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here, but let's just look at the next screen. These are what the teams are shaping up to be.
Yeah, and I just love comparing this to kind of like football or fantasy football because I feel, Antonio Brown drafted in the 4th round,
Yep.
Tom Brady 6th round. It's how you play. It's not where you're selected. It's how you play and how you advance.
Yeah.
Some of you people that are drafted in this 4 through 7 area, you could overshoot most of us in the top 4 rounds. You could outplay the shit out of us and then get voted on or be, just talked about in our local league just as being, damn, he's consistent all the damn time. He's got to be tier 1, 2, whatever.
So what are your thoughts right off the bat? And I want to hear it from the chat too.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with the chat. They're all saying it seems pretty well balanced so far. I have no complaints. Like you said, you can have your early team might take it already based on the names, but this is why we play the games.
Yep.
Nobody thought Team Trip Dog was going to be in the championship in season.
We've got some favorites out there. Evil obviously picks Shark's team. Yubutsu picks Yubutsu's team. Poner's team, I think it's the coolest bunch of dudes, says Lockdown, which usually leads to an 0-8 season. So we'll see. Overall,
yeah, I mean, I think the most talent has to go to Team Shark.
Yeah.
When you get Shark, Sin, Adam, who can go nuts, Rage, who's such a great player, Evil goes crazy.
Even Sonic can just log on and surprise you.
Yeah,
with like
even
8 to 10
Sonic can
out of
pull up
nowhere.
with him good. It's nuts. They got probably the most consistently good players.
Yeah,
But I know Blaze has played in the past. I know Blaze has been part of the past. I've seen him.
At the same time, Yubutsu's team too. I mean, you got Lurie, Hunter, Brady, Mastermind. I don't know Infamous or Radical. Technique can go well, pretty good.
Blaze could just be a solid pickup for they. He could be like a tier 3 or 2 player for them and just a surprise. Could make them an automatic favorite for them on this season. So overall, though, just looking at the names, I mean, I'm just catching myself nodding and just approving. I mean, everything looks good, top to bottom. It's going to be a good competitive season. I think we should get, if we figure out a schedule, I think we should, maybe send out for the public some predictions, get some feedback. Maybe we can get a poll going. That would be real fun, to see people what they think now. Get the general public's idea. That'd be nice.
So, for all of you that are asking when this starts, we've got our last Season 1 game that's tonight. That's our championship matchup starting at 10 Eastern.
Yes, sir.
That's when the stream is going up. The game is probably going to actually physically start, the actual loading up is going to be probably around 10:15-ish. Deadly Dog, thanks for the follow. We appreciate that. Please watch the finals tonight. But if you're not following us yet on Twitch, if you're not following us yet on Twitter, Annihilate, thanks for the follow. We appreciate it and your support in the league. Please follow us so that you know when we're online. This is the only site that you're going to see competitive SOCOM. You'll see SOCOM streamed on Twitch. You'll see SOCOM streamed on Facebook. Those are going to be pickup wars. Those are going to be public rooms. You're not going to see the same communications. You're not going to see the same displaying of what this game could truly be about unless you're watching us. So if you haven't watched us before, we're going to give you comms from both the SEALs and the terrorist teams so you know what both teams are saying. You're going to hear in-game interviews, post-game conversations, pre-game conversations. We're going to get you involved in seeing things that you haven't seen before on SOCOM, which in my personal opinion is what started esports. We started with SOCOM battles, we went to game battles, and then obviously now that's MLG. So we're here to spread a message of this game's still here. Not saying that this needs to be SOCOM remastered or anything like that. Ultimately, that's where we'd like to see it go. But we're at least giving an option for people to watch in 2017. You guys got anything you want to throw in there?
I just think it's going to be a fun league. I mean, Sin seems pretty upset right now, and that's understandable. It's hard to decipher whether or not he's upset to do competitiveness, which I don't think I think he's honestly offended, which is personally fine. He can take that how he goes. I mean, I respect him as a player. I respect him as a person. When he gets competitive, it's win or nothing.
Yeah.
Sin will go balls to the wall. You could play fucking paper flip cup against this guy. It doesn't matter what it is. You could draw. Who makes the best drawing? It doesn't matter what it is. Sin is in it to win it.
Well, I just want to say it was nice knowing you, Sacred.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I get that.
And,
I'm a tier 2 player. He's a tier 1 player. What do you want?
Yeah, it's.
All I can do is camp for Sin because I can't beat him in gun game.
When you die?
I'm super excited about this.
Racer, I guess.
At the end of the day, I'm super excited about this. I was part of every single game in Season 1, commentating or playing.
Yep.
I had an absolute blast.
You were. Hexam, stop for a second. Hexam did the most. People got to get that. People can call him Scrooge McDuck. People can call him the memory card. People can call him the person that ruined SOCOM. But Hexam, the last couple months has done the most for SOCOM than anyone I know, and it's the reason why I personally came back to the league. That was one of the biggest reasons. First of all, of course, because you know no one cheats when you have the patch loaded, which is super important for anyone because you have not been able to play that way since 2005 when the Code 9 first came out, and there were people doing it before then that people didn't know about. So to me, that's huge for SOCOM 2 in any respect. But Hexam has streamed and commented on so many wars this season, has got plenty of views, made a Twitter account for eSEALS, gotten recognition from people like Seth Luisi, from anyone that was associated with SOCOM, and that was so big for this community. We have gone from people being on, maybe 20 to 30 a night, to seeing 80 heads on a big night. Like, that is something I have never seen on X-Link, period. So I can't say enough for that.
Yeah, I came in March of this year, and you're exactly right. During the weeks, you were lucky to get maybe in the 40s max for players
not even
at
people
nighttime.
playing.
Yeah, seriously. Some people would just sit there in idleness, and then in the actual lobbies, you would have maybe a full room of 16. But now, in the past few months, these streams have been monumental. The Facebook groups have been amazing. Everyone just coming out and just getting the word out is the hardest part because people could be on their computer every day and still not know, like I did up until March, that there was a way to play SOCOM. So, if you know somebody that used to love this game, just say, hey, there's still a way to play. And this shit's going on right now. We're trying to keep this shit alive. It's amazing that you can obviously the competition is still here. There wouldn't be 40 people watching a fucking draft right now on a game that we all used to love 14 years ago if this game still wasn't great and still competitive. So there's a reason we're doing this. We want it to be active again. We want the numbers to climb. We want to have leagues like this to where we can just have numbers and the competition is there again. It makes it great to get on, and it gives you a fucking reason. The community is great too. I've fucking revived so many friendships that I never thought I would talk to people again. So that aspect is awesome as well.
Yeah, and before I just give my spiel here real quick, I want to give it up to CW_NG for cheering 100 bits or whatever on Twitch. Definitely appreciate the love. That's the whole reason why I'm doing this. There's plenty of people that were playing this game way before me. I got involved back in this because I randomly followed Torture77. Thanks for the follow. I randomly searched for SOCOM on Twitch. It was there. And found out that things like X-Link were there. So this is definitely given another reason to play because I think there's a huge piece of the community that was competitive, and there's a large piece of the community that was East 47 playing with rockets and GLs, and that's perfectly fine too. But this is meant to be for the most competitive people out there, and it's gonna be pretty badass. So I'm looking forward to see what happens. Hopefully we can get some of the other guys that should be in this league back in the league, like a Chicken, like a Dreams. But obviously, we can't control everything that's out there. But with that being said, I want to first thank everyone for taking the time to watch this. Second, taking the time to follow, taking the time to communicate and be active in our chat. I look forward to seeing you all here later tonight. 10:15 Eastern Time is when we should be starting. This is going to be an awesome matchup between Team Trip Dog and Team Shark.
Hey, Hexam.
Go.
I've gotten a request if you could post the full picture of teams on the X-Link Facebook channel after this for the people that didn't get to view the stream.
Absolutely, and it will be on our Twitter page as well, too.
Awesome.
But again, I want to thank everyone for taking the time to watch. I look forward to tonight, 10:15, for the championship game, best of 5. Really looking forward to that matchup overall and naming the MVPs. So with that being said, thank you very much. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their night. Hopefully we get to see you later. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/SOCOM eSEALS. Follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/SOCOM eSEALS. Know when we're online. Let us know that you want to be part of the community, and we can go from there. That being said, thank you very much, and we'll see you a little bit later. Enjoy Game of Thrones as well.
Make it easy, everyone. Thanks for the views.